to end up our Regional 2. But hey, how about you start off with a pinch goal for Justin in the first 6 seconds and NRG on the board?
We like to start things off maybe a bit uncharacteristic. Atomic, he just couldn't get to, I guess he wanted to just catch the ball and then make the challenge happen, but Justin was all on top of him and it pinched off the top of his car. Well, what a way to start.
Joby, we try and play up these, the storylines, the plays that you could expect. That's a bit more like it from Justin. 2 goals now for his name. We're only 12 seconds in.
Watching NRG play against the Peeps, one thing just kept ringing through my mind, and I was like, they must be mad after that series against XSET in the quarterfinals, where they almost gave it away and lost, and their run ended there. But after that, like, they're still mad. They're just going to keep scoring. This is ridiculous. Oh, Justin almost found it from the same exact spot. Envy finally get a chance. And, okay, well, I guess, game ones, they even happen like this in the grand finals. Mist picks up the goal.
Great pickup here from Mist as well. Able to just take his space. He saw the gap that was left from NRG. Squishy kind of caught no man's land there. You could see he couldn't get back to the ball. He had another player from Envy on his left side there that could have forced the demo as well. So there was a lot to think about there for Squishy, and Mist, he's been happy just to pop it up and over his head.
An interesting start to the game. Turbo setting up Mist, and it goes through. Surprised NRG couldn't get back to this ball, but Turbo with the assist.
Yeah, Turbo gets a second touch, and Mist just waiting there. And I'll say it.
No one can see. Yeah, go ahead, Corelli.
Justin just typed in chat, beautiful start, everyone.
We're good now. We can restart. Like those 4 goals never happened.
I was trying to make the point, we play these guys up about how good they play, and of course, I think the history is a testament to that with, the grid and past regionals, but boy, oh boy, what a start here in the first minute.
Not the way you might expect things to start, or if you have a more keen eye than your average bear, then maybe you saw the chaos of game 1 unfolding. And with Turbo on the field, you really never know what's going to happen, right? Atomic, a low dump down to Turbo. He's actually going to get that ball over Garrett to Mist. And Envy, chance to really set up here on offense. They still look for those infield passes, but Mist didn't want to go for that one. Atomic having to slow them down now, but Envy seemed to have stabilized. NRG not getting those quick strikes that they were getting at the beginning of the game.
And I think we didn't really have a chance to talk about it, but I think the 2 players the 1 player from each team right now to take a look at is Mist on Envy and Squishy, of course, on NRG, just from the performances they've been putting on. Squishy, of course, has had just some crazy games for NRG alone. And for Mist, he's been also generating a lot of offense for Envy, and it's really a head-to-head for these 2 guys coming into this final.
He's got a nice catch here in midfield. It can certainly be difficult to break through Envy, where most of the time their defense very solid. Rarely do you catch them out of position or double committing. Very stable in terms of their structure. Sometimes they might get a little jumpy, and against NRG, it's bound to happen a few times with how good they are at possessing the ball as they are right now. And our Envy couldn't really figure out where exactly that ball was going to head, just trying to close off the most dangerous options. They've accomplished that for now, and they're able to get out.
Very meticulous approach from NRG. They're trying to play it over that first defender, not immediately give up that ball. Very smart play, of course, from NRG. But Envy, they were happy to just sit back and see how it all panned out, and they were able to play good defense there.
Atomic will actually win both of those challenges. He'll be picked off, and Justin turns right around. Oh, there's thievery on the pitch. NRG take the lead.
And look at this touch from Garrett, just right through the last 2 defenders. Mist kind of realizes it right at the end, but Justin quick to whip around and get a 3rd goal, the go-ahead goal for NRG.
Envy wanting to try to catch NRG, maybe a little out on the rotation, but little did they know Garrett was right there waiting to pick their pocket. Turbo will slide that one away from Justin and Garrett, actually. Might set up NRG with an opportunity here, but Turbo has to dump it away and got demoed. And NRG aren't really going to sweat too much yet. Envy really haven't had a lot of time on NRG's side of the field. you know, we take away the first 40 seconds of this game, and there hasn't been much in the way of offense for Envy versus NRG. You see them over here making another challenge happen against Miss and almost making it awkward for Atomic. But it looks pretty solid right now. Again, Envy on defense, pretty good on the transition as well, but Garrett will throw it out for a save.
And to your point, Joby, we've seen some good defense come out from Envy, but right now I think NRG are playing the game that they won. They're locking in their opposition, making sure that everything's a struggle breaking out, and there's a lot of options and second chances for NRG on offense as Envy trying to muscle their way through here.
I'm surprised Miss just scooped that ball out of the NRG defender. He has to fly back now. It's not the best position for Envy. Squishy waiting for Turbo's ball, but Miss quickly follows this up. This actually could turn out pretty good for Envy, but Atomic couldn't stay close enough to the ball, so Envy still looking for consistent midfield control. Turbo gets a clean win. Pressure on Garrett. Atomic the dunk, but there waiting was Justin. Missed another chance. His shot was light, but Turbo's waiting. Goal for Envy. Tie game.
Great positioning from Turbo as well here. That was a tough defense there for NRG. They had to break out to their corner, and Miss just puts it back on target. Turbo pulse on the far side. You knew the outlet was going to come that way from NRG. They definitely didn't want to go right back into the same space. And Turbo knew it the whole way through, and he's able to tie it up.
And I thought that Atomic had the big brain move there. You know, he got that that small touch on the back wall. And NRG, they're sitting in the box thinking, okay, yeah, he's going to try to push it forward now. But he just left it for Miss to grab. And that little changeup was enough to keep NRG stinted on in front of the box. Just another component of that whole play. Atomic almost put it on the nose of Mist. We could have overtime, or if a steal happens here, it won't. Game one starts out, well, this has been quite entertaining, to say the least, so far.
I think the fact that we're in an overtime is no surprise. It's how we got here was entertaining, to say the least, as the shot goes high from Garrett. You know, Jorby, as we talked about it, NRG have had less chances, but maybe here for Garrett, it's going to go just wide. Atomic in a very tough position there on the goal line.
And Turbo bailed Envy out of a tough situation on that demo and then stealing the ball away. This is still pretty tough. NRG very aggressively positioned here. Justin playing that close second man. He's going to grab the ball from Turbo. Tough to get anything around Atomic. So NRG probably waiting in midfield to get reset. Squishy will grab the ball again. And Justin always waiting. He was expecting that ball to come a little quicker, but he's ready to clamp down on the challenge. Still Envy, they're getting close to these balls, and while the defense has been pretty solid, to your point, Corelli, it's just really solid pressure from NRG. Justin denied by Atomic. Couldn't sneak it into the side.
Great chances here for NRG. And you see, even after that first shot from Justin, NRG are still retaining possession and still threatening the net. Envy have got to find a way to get out with possession so that NRG just can't keep firing at their net. Another big save from Mist off his own post. Here's another shot from Squishy. Garrett's going to force it through, and game one goes to NRG.